Hi guys, this is a brief revision of non-calculated questions with percentages. So I filled some of this in just to make it go a little bit quicker because you should know by now what these are and how to solve them. So it wants to find 25% of 80, 10% of 80 we know is 8. So 5% of 80 is going to be half of that, which is 4. So to solve this, it wants 25%, so we're going to do 8 plus 8, because that's 20% then, plus 4. So 25% of 80 is 20. Next one, 10% of 200 is 20. We want 15%, 5% of 200 is 10, so it's half of that. So put it all together, 20 plus 10, so we have 30. 15% of 200 is 30. Next one, we're asked to increase 60 by 20%. So let's find out our 20%. Well, 10% of 60 is 6. Another 10% of 60 is 6. So we now have 12. So we know that 20% equals 12. We need to increase 60 by 12 because that's our 20%. So it's going to be 60 plus 12. There's our answer, 72. Just remember to finish off by increasing because some people forget they solve it and then move on. Decrease 150 by 10%. 10% of 150 is 15. It wants us to decrease it by the 10%, sorry. So it's going to be 150, subtract 15, and our answer is 135. Once again, remember to decrease. What is 5% of 600? So it's quite simple. We're going to work out our 10% because that's nice and easy to work out. And we're now going to halve it. So we know that 5% is 30 because we've literally halved that 60. It's that easy. If 40 is 50% of a number, what is the number? Well, if we know that 40 is 50%, and obviously we need to find 100%, that is going to be 80. So the answer is 80. 12 out of 48 students are left-handed. What percentage of the class is left-handed? So, out of is telling us we need to make a fraction. So we're going to do 12 out of 48, which equals, if we simplify it, 1 over 4. Now we need to get a percentage, so we're going to have to find something that times to go into 100. We need to find a percentage. So I know that 4 times 25 gives me 100. And what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 1 times 25 equals 25 over 100, which we all know by now is 25%. So the answer is 25% of the class are left-handed. A computer game costs £50. It is now 20% cheaper. What is the new price? So we got 10% of 50 equals 5. So we now know that 20% is going to be 5. So 20% equals £10. It's 20% cheaper, so we're going to get our £50 and we're going to subtract our £10, which gives us £40. So that is our new price. Once again, nice and straightforward. This one's a little bit more complicated, so I wrote out quite a bit of this. So a car's value drops from 12,000 to 9,600. What percentage decrease is this? So first of all, let's subtract because it's a decrease. Now that's left us with £2,400. Now there is a formula, and the formula is the decrease amount at the top divided by the original amount times by 100. This is because it's asking us for the percentage decrease. So our decrease is 2,400 and our original amount is 12,000. Right, let's simplify this. I've just done that with my zeros. So I've got 24 over 120. I'm going to now divide it by 2, which gives me 12 over 60. And then I'm going to use a 12 times table. 12s into 12 go once, 12s into 60 go 5. So now I can find the percentage. So to do that, we're going to do what we always do, over 100. What do I times to get to 100? 5 times 20 gets to 100. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So our percentage is 20%. Okay, so that's our percentage decrease. So that is just a quick revision. It's an overview of everything that you've learned, and I hope it's been helpful. Bye-bye.